Evolutionary Theory by Jayani Maheepala. Charles Darwin is the first scientist who explained how evolution could occur. Before we talk about natural selection, it is important to understand what evolution is. Evolution can be defined as changes in the gene pool.
How does evolution really work?
The primary way that evolution occurs is through the action of natural selection. That is, populations change in response to environmental pressures, and they become adapted to new conditions, and they change over time.
Natural selection, the key evolutionary mechanism Darwin identified, is really four processes: genetic variation, overproduction of offspring, struggle for existence, and differential survival and reproduction. First, genetic variation. Individuals within a species vary from one to the other. For evolution to work by natural selection, the characteristics that give an individual an advantage in a certain environment have to be passed on from one generation to the next. Second, there is overproduction of offspring.
Darwin realized that natural selection would operate because individuals in natural populations tend to produce more offspring than can survive.
The third factor in natural selection is the struggle for existence, and that leads to differential survival and reproduction.
In any population, whether it's plants or animals or whatever, this excess production of individuals results in what Darwin called the struggle for existence. And what he had in mind there, I think, was the competition for food and space and mates as well.
Natural selection takes us to evolution of humans. Evolution of the humans began only 2 million years ago, and modern humans, Homo sapiens, have their origins in Africa. Homo sapiens had advanced hunting skills, tool making, and planning, which helped them to have high-quality food. With complex tool development, these humans were able to advance techniques for hunting and agriculture, and also the development of tribes, chieftains, and political states.
In the 90s, we seem readier than ever to believe that there are evolutionary roots to social problems, with genes for intelligence, violence, even poverty. But behind the hype, there is some new science. Evolutionary psychology is the search for human universals, adaptations which its supporters claim shape who we are and guide how we behave.
A nice example of a highly specific adaptation that can generate multifarious behavior and vast variety of behavior is male-male competition. That is in male brains simply to do with mating strategies. It's good for males to compete for mates, whereas for females there's not much reason to compete for mates. So there's a divergent psychology between males and females when it comes to competing for mates. But a funny thing happened on the way to mating strategies. It turned out that that divergence was not only to do with how you go for mates, but began to pervade the whole of male and female psychology.
Evolutionary theory also focuses on humans' ability to form an attachment. Attachment theory suggests if there is an adult to interact with a child, an attachment will be formed. There are 4 types of attachment: secure, anxious avoidant, anxious resistant, and disorganized. One of the major strengths of evolutionary theory is this theory offers explanation for widely shared human behaviors. One of the major weaknesses of the evolution theory is this theory focuses on a limited range of human behavior. I hope you enjoyed my video on evolutionary theory. Thank you so much for watching.